Hello everyone, I'm Chase at Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and this is my ride review of the new MX33 tires from Dunlop. All right, so the new MX33 tires. There's been a lot of hype, a lot of talk around these. Many of you know these are all new from Dunlop. These are replacing the MX3S tires, which honestly, over the last few years, have probably been one of the most popular off-road motocross tires. That's what the majority of your pros are using for motocross and supercross, but to Dunlop's credit, they are now new and improved with the MX33. So today we threw on a set, we came out to this track, we've been burning laps now for a few hours. We want to kind of put these tires to the paces and see if we can notice the differences in the improvements that Dunlop has said that they have made to these tires. So to give you a quick recap of the improvements, we do have a product spotlight where I talk about this in full detail, so watch that to learn all the new info. But overall, what they've done is they've added more tread blocks to the rear tire. Okay, if you're not familiar with these tires, they have what they call block within a block technology, which is really cool. It just helps with the contact patch, gives more grip for the tire. So they've added more tread blocks to the rear, and they've also put tie bars between the tread lugs, or the knobbies, excuse me. Now the reason they put those tie bars there on the rear and the front tire was to help support or give strength to the bottom of the tread block, and that's gonna help prevent you tearing off your knobbies. I know with the rear tire it wasn't much of an issue, but I know a lot of riders talked about the front tire, it would chunk and you would rip off knobs pretty soon. So they've increased the strength of the knobs. They've also changed the rubber compound to get better durability. So now let's talk about performance. So the old MX3S tires, I ran those a lot, one of my favorite sets. And with the rear tire, one of my favorite characteristics was the forward drive. In my opinion, no other tire gave better forward drive than the old MX3S. But with the new 33 in the rear, okay, the one difference that I really noticed today was the lean over traction. I felt like that with the old MX3S, if you got into some hard packed or some wet conditions, or if the track was kind of, pretty wet in the morning time, let's say, that sometimes that tire want to break loose pretty easily, or you'd have to just be really easy on the gas. You couldn't be too aggressive, otherwise that tire would want to break loose. Because they've increased the tread blocks and giving you a better contact patch, I now feel like this tire just has better lean over traction. So today on this track, there were some soft and loamy sections, there were some deep ruts, there were some hard packed sections that were wet and slippery. So I just felt like it was a more consistent traction throughout the day with this new MX33 rear. So they did a good job there. Now with the front tire, this was the biggest difference that I noticed, okay? The rear is great, but with the front, that's where I saw the big standout improvement. So the old MX3S F, really good traction, okay? Very popular tire, had good bite. My only concern, or I say nitpick with that tire, was that in some situations, if the conditions were right, if it was hard pack and wet, if it was pretty wet, muddy, that tire for me sometimes would want to push, or it was kind of vague. You didn't know if it was going to bite and stick, or you didn't know if it was going to push. With this new front tire, they really did a good job. They now have that block-in-a-block technology in the front as well. They've changed the angle of the knob, so it's a whole new tread pattern, and it was really consistent like with the rear tire. It has a lot of front end bite. If you're a front end steering guy, you will like this tire, because no matter what turn I was coming into today, no matter what part of the track, anytime I leaned the bike over, the tire was just stuck to the ground. It didn't push on me, it didn't feel vague, so I had really good confidence throughout the entire day that this tire was gonna stick and go where I wanted to. And for me, that's really important, especially, like I said, if you're a front end steering guy, this tire is gonna give you that confidence. So, overall, I think Dunlop, they did a killer job, and I love the fact that they put those tie bars in there, they strengthened the knobs so you don't worry about those ripping off. Now, I don't have a lot of hours on these tires, obviously, so comment below, give it a few months. If you comment below, I will answer back and let you know how the durability is doing with these tires. But so far, they did a good job, good improvement, so props to Dunlop for doing that. If you guys have any other questions though, leave your comments below. To pick yours up, you can click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Orders over $75, ship free. If you guys like this little ride review, you want to see more like it, just make sure and subscribe. I'm Chase, we'll see you on the trails.